What's going on, guys? We are back today to talk to y'all about power snatch. Power snatch technique, how to improve your setup and therefore the number of pounds you get up over your head. Okay? So today, like always, power snatch, the best thing that you can do to make your power snatch better is work on your mobility. So if you have first rib, trap, shoulder external rotation, hamstring, and hip inflexibility issues, well, boy, they're going to be all called out when you're trying to do just first your setup. So, well, and never even mind thoracic mobility or thoracic extension to be set up in that good solid position at the bottom with your hamstring set nice and tight. That's going to be a big issue for you. So, I mean, right from the jump, ankle flexion, that way you can comfortably set your feet, weight back in the heels, not leaning forward under the bar. Make sure your hips are high enough so you can feel that pull of the hamstrings before you're set and ready to go, before you pull that barbell off the ground. Don't want to end up doing that stripper deadlift. Again, if it helps to turn your lats on before you go in your setup, how most of the time people will just set up here, pits of the elbows basically facing one another. Just think chest up and turn pits of the elbows forward. It turns the lats on right away and helps you prevent, in some ways at least, that barbell from sticking to the ground. I mean, from there, it's just going to be how rapidly can you extend your hips, keeping the bar next to your body, not bouncing the bar off your body, meeting it with a sufficient shrug, and pulling yourself back under the bar to get to that full elbow extension. Okay? You have to be patient, slowly or aggressively. You know, the aggressive is going to be relative, but you want to pull the weight off the ground fairly aggressively, rapidly extending your hips. Let your hips therefore get to the bar. Barbell will float, shrug nice and hard, making that barbell float, and then turn palms over, in essence, palms to the ceiling, keeping your elbows locked out. Okay? I mean, that's really it, guys. You got to make sure that shoulder external rotation is there for you. That way all this stuff is nice and loose and you can get to this position at the top and be able to have that bar up overhead, nice and relaxed, with your hands out, not kind of running into the wall with your own lack of range of motion issues. Okay, so the key is going to be the setup, making sure your hamstrings are nice and tight, slowly pulling your knees out of the way, pulling the bar back toward your body, barbell passes knees, hips rapidly extend to the bar. Bar then is met with that really solid shrug, which is just kind of, don't want to worry about focusing on it too much, but you want to definitely shrug, let it be kind of second nature. That way the bar pass stays vertical. It doesn't get bounced off and up overhead in a big kind of semicircle where we used to talk about don't be a rainbow warrior, where you end up bouncing the bar off in this big kind of half circle and trying to get it up overhead. Okay, you definitely want to shrug hard to keep that barbell next to the body as you pull yourself down and under the bar. I mean, that's really it, guys. If you have the range of motion in your shoulders and your ankles and in your hamstrings, you should be pretty good to go with working on the movement. But again, don't ever sacrifice form for trying to get max load. We're going to be doing the power snatch before long. Doing the power snatch is, it's part of one of the Olympic lifts, the snatch. So we're not just going for a bunch of reps. We're going to be doing threes, doubles, and then 1 rep max with power snatch. So don't worry about cramming a bunch of load on the bar when you're not familiar with the movement. Get used to the movement. Again, here's that thing that we've been talking about, skill versus, conditioning or weightlifting. Can't really lift a whole lot of weight or do really well in the conditioning if you don't know how to do the movement. So practice the skill. Get the skill. You've got the skill. Put some stuff on top of the skill, i.e. weight. So put some weight on the bar only after you're familiar with the technique, feel good with the technique, and then you can roll. Okay? That's it for this time, y'all. Hopefully this will help y'all out with the power snatch. Any questions or other tips that you can add to make power snatch or the range of motion for the movement any better, please drop that comment. Let everybody know. We definitely appreciate the help. Okay? That's it for this time. Y'all take care.